Hi everybody. Hi everybody. This is Sarah Soderlund, and I am the person behind, or at least the main researcher behind, the Psychic Student Research Program that I'm conducting. I started some of my pre-trials in 2014 with some of them, some of you students, while others I did a completely revamping kind of feedback critique of the 2015 version. And I'm really excited to have you guys on board, I'll be honest. I know that it can be a little confusing, and I encourage, if you have any questions or any feedback along the way, feel free to email me. You can definitely call me on the number given on my signature through email, but I don't always respond because I work from home, and I also have 2 small children. I'm a student myself, and I also work part-time, so this is something I'm doing in my spare time, and I can empathize with it not being the 7th or 8th priority. However, because it is research and I want it to remain as professional as possible, I have asked that things be done in a timely manner. And all I mean by that is give or take as soon as possible, no later than 30 days. Because ideally, when you send me the exercise, the workshop, the assignment, whatever it is, depending on our phase, in this case, cold readings, when I get those cold readings in one document, I save it to your file folder, I add it to my applied research project document, and then I anonymously send those individuals their cold readings and a link to an anonymous survey online for them to give feedback and rate you based on a nickname that you're given. And you don't even know your nickname. So at this point, there's really no way for you to track any feedback. And the purpose of that is so that there's no judgment. It alleviates any anxiety from you worrying about the cause or effect of what you might say, any filter or perception of kind of that stream of thought. You don't have to worry about conflict in any way. You send those cold readings over to me and they're gone. They're out into the universe. And on the last phase of the research program, we will visit cold readings again. Now, for the cold readings, I do have a few returning students, some of which said that it wasn't a completely positive experience, that it was difficult, it was stressful, or it was challenging. I encourage you, at least my process, I know my process. So if you're a self-proclaimed psychic, maybe you have a process. Maybe you do grounding, meditation, thought, mindfulness exercises, or whatever. You have stones or runes or whatever that you use to gather your psychic information. I'm not talking to you, though send me what it is you do. I'm interested. For those psychic participants or those student participants in the program who aren't self-proclaimed psychics, who maybe this is a completely new experience, I encourage you to find your process. And nobody can tell you what that is but you. But it is all about finding a place that is not going to have a lot of disturbance, a place that you're not going to get a lot of friction, you don't have a lot of sound pollution. I kind of refrain from ever using music or anything that might instigate an emotion, right? We just want a really neutral, welcome, placid environment. And what I do, this program is, because most people are visual, you've been given the first name and a picture of an individual. Now, I want to be completely non-suggestive. You may get nothing at all. Maybe you get an image of some kind in the back of your mind. Maybe you get an emotion, a feeling. Maybe you get advice. Maybe you get sympathy. Maybe you hear a voice. Maybe a memory triggers instantly when you look at this person for you. I want you to describe that experience. I want you to write as long as you need. It could be a few words, a few paragraphs. It does not matter. Write what comes to you. Give it some time if things don't come at first. You can always come back to this individual later. Go down the list. Now, it can be emotionally stressful. I've got some students who said, wow, I've never really considered myself psychic, but after doing 3 or 4, I needed a break. That's completely normal. You're connecting with somebody, and sometimes it's good to cut that cord. That's okay. Save the document, come back to it later. When you're finished with all of the cold readings, I encourage you to just save the file, email it to me. I'll rename it, file it in all of your information, and send out those cold readings as soon as possible. I'm really, really excited. So far, the cold readings are going really well. Everything seems to be very relevant, helpful, honest information, and it's really, really interesting research. So I hope that you'll find some time tonight, tomorrow, this week, as soon as possible, to get on those cold readings, get them done, send them over to me. And of course, if you have any questions, send me an email, get a hold of me. I'm right here if you need me along the way. And if you have any notes on your process, if you do know how to ground, if you want to know more about grounding, if maybe this was uncomfortable, maybe it was exciting, let me know how it is for you. This is much research about you as it is about psychic phenomenon. So I encourage you to share. Anyway, that's enough for phase 1 right now. I hope you guys are all doing very well, and I really hope to hear from you soon. Until then, good luck with your cold readings.